Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad ZAINUDIN bin ZAINUDIN. My ID number is BME220710. So I would like to present you about define inflation and how to calculate inflation. My question is number 1. So, what is inflation? Inflation is an increase in the price of goods and service in the economy. Inflation can also be defined as an increase in the cost of living, that cost power, purchasing power. Because there is a relationship between currency and inflation. When inflation is high, the currency will be low. So, this is formula for inflation. CPI current year minus CPI previous year divide CPI previous year times 100%. So the answer is 5.91%. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum. My name is NAFISA binti SOFIAN. My ID number is BME22071015.
Okay, so by using related diagrams, explain what is cost push inflation. Cost push inflation is a type of inflation that occurs due to an increase in the prices of production inputs like labor, raw materials, or commodities, which are then passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. This type of inflation is caused by a decrease in aggregate supply and is represented by a leftward shift of the aggregate supply curve. As input costs increase, businesses must spend more to produce the same level of output, which leads to higher prices in the marketplace. The diagram illustrates cost push inflation. The diagram shows the intersection of the AD, which is aggregate demand, and AS, aggregate supply. Another diagram that can be used to explain cost push inflation is the Phillips curve diagram. The Phillips curve shows the inverse relationship between the unemployment rate and the rate of inflation. However, the curve shifts upward when there is cost push inflation, as shown by the shift from PC to PC1. This shift results in higher inflation rates for any given level of unemployment. In conclusion, cost push inflation is caused by an increase in production input, cost leading to decreased aggregate supply, which results in higher prices and reduced output. The diagrams help to illustrate how cost push inflation affects the equilibrium price and output levels in the economy. In conclusion, cost push inflation is caused by an increase in production input costs leading to decreased aggregate supply, which results in higher prices and reduced output. The diagrams help to illustrate how cost push inflation affects the equilibrium price and output levels in the economy. Thank you.
Now I will present about demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation occurs when the aggregate demand exceeds the aggregate supply. We know that variables of aggregate demand is C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Any increase of these variables will cause aggregate demand to rise. According to Keynesian, 3 stages occur in the economy. Referring to the diagram, when the economy is in a recessionary stage, the aggregate supply curve is horizontal. Assuming the initial aggregate demand is at AD0 and the aggregate supply is a horizontal supply curve. Hence, when AD increases from AD1 to AD2, AD2 intersect with the horizontal aggregate supply and at the equilibrium price of P0 and the new equilibrium output of Q2. Price still remains at P0 because factors of production are still available in the economy. The rightward shift of AD from AD1 to AD2 only results in the rise of output from Q1 to Q2 without any price increase. Alright, we move to the second phase of the economy. When there is less either resource with decreased unemployment, the aggregate supply curve is shaped as upward sloping, referred as normal aggregate supply curve. Hence, referring to the diagram, if AD2 shift upwards to AD3, then the price will begin to rise slowly from P0 to P1 and output increases to Q2. If AD increase further to the AD4, the price level will increase to P2 and the output increases to Q3. Inflation at this phase is mild and creeping. It is in the normal economy range. Okay, lastly, third phase of the economy when aggregate supply is vertical and constant at full employment output. A rightward shift of aggregate demand to AD5 causes the price level to increase rapidly to P3. A further increase of aggregate demand to AD6 again causes the price level to increase substantially to P4. Notice here that the output still remains constant at Y because resources are fully employed. When industry cannot respond to change in AD, price will begin to rise rapidly. This is called demand pull inflation, as the excess demand will pull the prices up, causing demand pull inflation. Hence, the demand pull inflation is associated with booming economy. The essence of the demand pull inflation is too much spending chasing too few goods.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alia binti SAHAB. My ID number is BME2207-004. So today I'm going to explain and present about my question number 3. My answer for number 3, which is how measures impact by the high inflation. So high inflation and interest rate was a detrimental impact on aggregate economic's performance. It was similarly to the unemployment rate is one of the important measures that show how well the market is growing. So high inflation in an economy reduces the country's worldwide competitiveness. So it's affecting the country's balance of payments. For the example, how the inflation rate is affecting the Malaysia is the highest inflation rate in August 2021 was due to lower base effect in 2021 as a result of the electricity bill discount given to the domestic consumers under the national people to well-being and economic recovery package. We call it as a pemulih from July to September 2021.